So you want to become a funded trader, but you don't know if you have what it takes. And so in this video, we are going to have an insight into my habits as a 7-figure funded day trader. And we are also going to look into the habits of other 7-figure funded day traders. And so if you want to become a funded trader, then stick around because this video is packed not only with my knowledge, but also with the knowledge of other traders. So habits, as you know, is something that is very, very important. That is what is going to make you consistent in terms of behavior. And consistent behavior and consistent learning is one of the most important things if you want to become consistent in results. And so what I have understood is that I am perfectly able to stick to my plan when I come into the charts and I forecast exactly what my bias is and what I'm looking for in the market. What am I executing on every single day? If this happens, I'm doing this. If this does not happen, then I don't do anything, which then makes me able to not be emotionally attached to the trades that I've taken previously, because if it's in line with my bias and what I forecasted in the morning, then I want to execute. So to me, trading preparation before getting into the charts is very, very important. But let's not only look at my perspective, let's also look into other traders' perspective. And so I asked different traders for videos of what their favorite habits are. So let's start with Casper.
Really, man, I think that the best trading habits are always going to be life related. Number one, you got to have a really solid morning routine. Every morning you should be doing ideally some form of exercise to kind of get yourself going. Also, I like cold water. I know not everybody's into that, but just something, maybe it's a cold shower, it doesn't have to be a cold plunge, something to get your mind awake. I like doing those things and also journaling. And that is a very important part of my morning routine. And if I do not do my morning routine, then I don't allow myself to trade because I know I am not operating at 100%.
Okay, I love this. And I think this was a good way to start. This was not actually planned. Casper said one of the things that I think is going to be important for this point that I'm going to make, which is even if he doesn't exercise in the morning, he is not going to trade. I personally, I can't exercise in the morning because if I do, then I'll be sluggish in the afternoon, which means that I won't be performing at my best. And so I keep my trading to after 4 p.m. But as you can see, one of the things that I really agreed with Casper is that a lot of your habits for your life is going to be the habits that will impact your trading, because your trading most of the time is a reflection of what is going on in your life. If your life is currently very messy, your trading will probably also be very messy. If you are emotional and something happened in real life, it's possible that you will project that into the market. And so he always keeps himself in check with the journaling, with exercise in the morning, with doing the cold plunge and etc., which is this routine that gets him to click and be able to trade the markets. And one of the things that he also said, if he doesn't do that, then he does not trade the market. So that is very important. Have a routine, physical and for trading too, like sticking to the trading processes. And if you don't do that, then understand that you are not prepared to trade. And because of that, you shouldn't trade for that day. Let's get now onto Kyle, JadeCap.
Let's talk about my top 3 habits as a successful trader. They're really routine based. First is a mental check. Am I feeling angry, excited, happy, sad? I need to be in an emotional state of balance. So if I'm not prepared to trade. If I need to get in that state of balance, I typically meditate. It's the fastest way for me to calm my mind and be present in the moment. Then I have a physical check. Did I get enough sleep last night? Am I feeling under the weather? Am I lagging a bit, or do I feel alert? Then it's process based. Did I follow my trading routine? Did I do my homework? Have I done the fundamental and technical analysis that allows me to follow my trading strategy during that day?
I absolutely love this because it comes to show that once again, Kyle understands that if he's emotional outside of trading, that once again, that is going to be reflected onto the markets. If you are trying to trade when you are emotional, when you're going through a tough time, when you are excited for something, then that will be projected onto the market, and that is going to affect you because you will not be able to follow your processes that should be emotionless because you are emotional. And so because of that, Kyle understands that if he's not in a state of balance with his emotions, then he should not trade. And that is something that I really recommend most people. It's like if you are emotional, then just don't trade. And then Kyle also has the physical check of, did I sleep well? Am I feeling good? Am I not? All goes down into what happens in my personal life or how I feel outside of trading is probably what I will project onto the market inside of trading. So I absolutely love that. And then obviously you have the trading processes that are simply, okay, did I follow my plan? Did I forecast? Did I do the technical and macro analysis and etc.? So very important, very crucial things said by someone that is funded with multiple 7 figures. So definitely should hear what he's saying. So now let's go on to someone else that also has multiple 7 figures. Paladin.
My main habit is just preparing for the next session. For each of my Profim accounts, I know how much I'm risking before the trading session even starts. For example, FTMO, I'm risking 1%. My Forex funds, I'm risking 0.5%. Skilled funded traders, I'm risking whatever I put in my journal. Also, I know the maximum amount of losses I can take in a trading session, the maximum amount of wins I can take. For me, it's maximum 2 wins, maximum 2 losses, and once I hit it, I stop trading. So my main habit is just preparing for the session, because for me, what I found is that once I start trading and I'm not prepared, I just start making irrational decisions. So whatever is in my journal, I just follow it like a robot.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It goes well in line with what the other traders have been saying, which is he wants to be prepared, not only technically, but also emotionally and with risk management. So he knows what risk management he's using for each of the firms that he uses. He knows that if he takes more than 2 winners, he will probably be emotional. If he takes more than 2 losses, then he would also probably be emotional. And because of that, he keeps himself in check at all times. And that is super important when you are coming into trading and you want to do this consistently. It's keeping yourself in check, emotional management, risk management, and journaling. These are 3 things that are very common within these 7-figure funded traders. So let's go on to the next one, which is Riz.
Hey everyone, so just to let you know my most successful habits that help me to be a successful trader, one being very important to me, which is having a fixed routine day to day. As someone who has the podcast and makes content and has a family and has students who I mentor, it can be difficult, but by having that fixed routine, it really helped me. It really did, because then I could schedule my time properly. I could have my focus time purely for trading while having the peace of mind knowing that everything else is going to be done as well. And 2 key components of that was very simple but yet so powerful: making sure I had a bedtime every single day, so the body can get into a cycle, like a rhythm, and on top of that, that means you get enough sleep to be able to wake up at the same time as well. So those 2 simple things, very important, very powerful. On top of that, in terms of trading specifically though, it was being consistent in tracking the charts. So not just turning up 1 week randomly or 1 day out of a week randomly, but actually, even if I'm not trading, even if I'm busy, I'm still making sure I'm doing end of day recaps. I'm still making sure I'm doing my forecasts. So I'm staying in tune with the market so that when I am ready to trade, I can get in sync and can trade efficiently without having to worry, without having to guess. Right, and that was again something very powerful.
Okay, very interesting, because now this may be even more in line with what many of you are feeling. So Riz not only is a father of 2, he has a podcast, he has trading, he has mentorship, he has so many things, which means that he has to be spot on every single time. So he can't just have no plan and try to put everything together. No, he needs time with his family, time for the podcast, time for trading, time for the mentorship. And so this may be something that you are going through now, because maybe you have a job, maybe you have university, maybe you have some other things that are taking your time, but you want to learn to trade or you want to get consistent in trading. And that's when I look back into my own life when I was very, very busy too. And what I always did was having a fixed schedule where, okay, I wake up, I do this, I go to work and come back, do this, do this, do this, you know? Everything was scheduled. And so if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, and even if you do, you definitely should be scheduling out your time, because that is going to make you have a more planned day. Because think about it, just like you need a trading plan, maybe you also need a day plan. And so that's very crucial. Then you also have the consistent bedtime and waking up. I think that's very important. There's a lot of studies in terms of sleep to understand that, in fact, waking up and going to sleep at the same time is the best thing. And then Riz touches on the trading side, and he says that consistently going into the charts is one of the things that really helped him. And not a long time ago, I was in a podcast and I was talking through the fact that I don't really like that people throw around compound effect or whatever into all the entrepreneurial talks. But then I thought about this channel. For example, after this video, I want you to go watch my first YouTube video.
How's it going, guys? My name is Rafael Kimel and I'm a 19 years old Forex trader.
And you'll see that this video right here, it's not 2 times better or 3 times better. I've been doing trading for 4 years and this video is like 500 or 1,000 times better, which means that there was this compound effect that happened when I was posting one video every single week consistently. So consistency, even if you don't see it, is helping you. I did not know how much I was going to improve in YouTube. I did not know how much I was improving in trading. But if you look back 1 year when you started trading, then you're a whole different person, a whole different trader, a much better trader. And you can see that with probably everything that you did 1 hour every single day for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll see huge differences. So consistently looking at the charts, consistently having these processes is really going to help you in your trading journey. So let's go on to the last one, which is Umzi, also multiple millions in funding.
Number one, being able to determine how I am feeling on any given day. I think being able to understand when to step away and when to turn the switch on based on how you're feeling, because everything is tied to your performance and to your emotions when it comes to trading. Number two, being able to determine when you have secured enough profit or when you have endured enough loss. And this is where risk management comes into play. Number three, reflecting on your day, your week, and your month. Really writing down your thoughts on, okay, what you think you did wrong, what you think you could do better. Number four, I'd say journaling, and I'd say use TradeZeller, because honestly it makes your life a lot easier when it comes to journaling. Fifth, I'd say really understanding your mistakes. I'm a firm believer in losses actually being lessons. So in order to learn, you have to have lessons, right? And that will help you to become better each and every day.
Okay, so interesting. Again, all of them were really in line in terms of having emotional awareness and being emotionally intelligent. So understanding when you are and when you are not being emotional. Many of them had journaling, not only writing out your thoughts, but also your trading, which is process-based. You have the understanding the emotions during the trading day too, to understand if you are being greedy, if you are being fearful, when you should stop and when you should go, and understanding that what happens outside of trading is going to affect inside of trading. And so it's very important for you to simply understand that it's not for any reason that they said that emotional awareness is one of the most important things. Think about it. Most people say that trading is 90% psychology, so obviously emotional awareness is one of the most important things. Then how can you become even more aware? Well, by journaling. How can you become consistent every single day? Well, having a routine. So all of these things, it was very interesting that these were the things that all the knowledge revolved around. So yeah, these are the habits of 7-figure funded traders. And what I would tell you is that try one or two. Just do it. Like try every time before you go into the charts, writing how you are feeling emotionally. When you are in a trade, writing how you are feeling emotionally. And you'll see that big differences are going to start happening because you'll be much more self-aware. And that is the goal with trading. So thanks everyone for their input. Make sure to check all the links in the description that are going to be from their social media and also some prop firms. So hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next week. Bye.